Thanks for inviting for the first virtual Global Finance Roundtable. I'm very honored to represent UniCredit here and provide you an update what has been done in our region, in our industry, and how COVID has impacted us all across the world. So obviously the past few months have been characterized as significant changes in our daily personal and professional lives, which also at the same time brought many new innovative ideas and opportunities for the industry to work in a much more efficient environment and in a much more efficient way. UniCredit Group, which is headquartered in Italy, was one of the most impacted countries in the EU, and obviously have been able to provide already in a very early stage of the pandemic very strict guidelines and introduced travel bans at the very, very early stage of the pandemic in the first wave. Transferring to the home office driven by UniCredit Group was very smoothly managed. The safety of our clients and obviously our colleagues were the #1 priority across all the locations. So the group have provided all necessary tools which were needed in order to smoothly transfer to the new working environment, which was the full home office environment, where it was needed based on the level of the pandemic in each and every country. Obviously, the home office was not something new for UniCredit, so we have been already working in such an environment, but not in that extent, but at least we already had the culture how to work and already had implemented processes, already had implemented IT security measures to ensure that it is working properly. I think it is also important to state that the past months has also showed that the entire industry was quite well prepared with its BCPs, how to transfer in such a short period of time to a full home office environment. And this gives also the opportunity to show that we have very well working processes, operational IT security controls, which allowed the industry to work remotely in a very, very smooth way in the past months. Obviously, during this period of time, operational and IT security controls was one of those top priorities in our agenda, which we had to also take into consideration when all the colleagues in the operation were transferred to the new home office environment. But they had to only implement those processes that were already in place. They just had to get in favor, to know how to work in such an environment. UniCredit Group already had, during the Transfer 2019 plan, a robust digitalization plan, which was accelerating during this period of time. And we implemented many new automated processes in the past few weeks, past few months, in order to ensure that we are only limiting the office presence as low as possible in these countries. So, for example, in our region, what was very, very important is the introduction of some of the electronic signatures in some processes. Also, in Serbia and Croatia, we are able to submit documentation in a digital form. Or in Bulgaria, we have implemented the electronic proxy voting environment. I think these are all changes that are absolute new opportunities and also giving already a ground for further developments, how we can further digitalize and how we can further automate processes in the region. So this is a momentum for the industry in order to further develop and in order to make sure that we are working in a much higher automated level and a much more efficient way. So I think it's important that we are not stopping here and we are keeping these well-working processes even if when the pandemic will be over. And this is what we have to make sure all across the world, that we are keep lobbying, let it be with the regulators, let it be with the local infrastructure, to accelerate the digital transformation all across the value chain, end to end, from the investors till the CSD through the sub-custodian and custodian chain. So the past months is proof that it can work. So I think we just need to make sure that we continue this path. So I still see this is a positive opportunity for the industry to further transform to a more digital world.